fellow friends. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kirtana Tirumurugan. Today our group is going to present and title with the recycling method in countries.
A very good morning to Madam Khair Natasha. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Niti Priya Rajanantri. The topic of our group presentation is recycling method in countries.
First and foremost, I would like to initiate my presentation with the introduction. So, what is so on called with the recycling? Recycling is a process of the collecting and processing material which have been thrown away into the trashes, and we can create with a new product. So, this recycling has the three R: reduce, reuse, and recycle. There are five types of the waste. For example, liquid waste, hazardous waste, organic waste, recyclable rubbish, and also solid rubbish.
In today's presentation, we are going to make a comparison of recycling method between three countries. So firstly, the country that we are going to talk about is none other than our country, Malaysia. The recycling rate in Malaysia is estimated to be around 31% based on nationwide survey. Since the 1st of September of 2015, Malaysia government has made it mandatory to separate the solid waste. So how do we separate the waste? Waste can be classified into two types, which is residue waste and recyclable items. In Malaysia, by following three simple steps, we're able to recycle. So firstly is by collecting and sorting the waste like in paper, plastic and other materials. Next on, we're going to place the residue waste inside the garbage bin while the recyclable items beside the garbage bin. And this is how the recycling process goes. There are 7 types of plastic that can be recycled, but in Malaysia, 3 out of 7 plastics that are being recycled, which is PET, HDPE and PP. Next on, we're going to talk about the plastic recycling process in Malaysia. So it contains like 8 steps. So first, it starts by you collecting and then sorting the plastic based on the color. Then, the plastic is shredded into flake. So once the flake is formed, the plastic will be clean and the newly bits will be dry and melted for the ease of transportation. Lastly, it will form a new product such as a garbage bag, plastic lid and so on. Next on, I'm going to talk about the glass recycling process in Malaysia, which can be explained in just one sentence, very easy, which is recycle by crushing, blending and melting together with the sand and other material. So that's all for the Malaysia recycling process.
So now we are looking into the recycling method in countries. So I would like to share about the South Korean recycling method. In South Korea, the waste disposal system or policy is known as the Jongyanje, which is operate under the Ministry of the Environment. In South Korea, they have divided the waste into 4 types, which is the landfill waste, organic waste, and we can say the recyclable waste and the large waste items. I think approximately 60% of the recyclables and the composing rate of the South Korea has been heralded as the one of the highest recyclers of the municipal solid waste among the OECD countries. Wow, it's really amazing, right? So there are a lot of the items can be recycled in the South Korea, such as the paper, styrofoam, glass, and many more. So now we are looking into the interesting part of the South Korea recycling system, which is the plastic. So first of all, the household and the company will collect the plastic waste and they will be thought out. The sort out the plastic bags or waste that will be undergoes the 4 different steps. The sort out the plastic bag will be end up like a recyclable material. Several will be used as a leakages, landfilling. Some will keep a contribution to the and incineration with or without energy recovery. Next, we move on to the recycling of the glass in the South Korea. It's an interesting part too. The glass will be collected from the all over the place as trash bags and the garbage bags and many more. So the selected glass will be burned and it will be in order to gain the heat energy for the district heating. The destruction of the glass is also they are giving some ashes which is used in the sidewalks, the blocks. So the selected glasses also end up being like a landfill burial.
The third recycling country that we're going to talk about is Germany. Germany is known as the one of the best country for recycling. The World Economic Forum also named them as a world champion recycling country. Why is that so? The main reason is because recycling is nearly like a pastime in Germany for the Germans. So in Germany, there are 4 types of bins to be recycled. Additionally, the German also return their deposit bottle to the supermarket where they can place the bottle in a machine which is named as a fund machine where they'll be able to get the refund payment. So from here they actually are gaining money through the recycling which motivate them more to recycle. In Germany, they are applying a green dot system where it is also being applied in a 28 European country, Sharia and also Turkey. Next on, followed by I'm going to explain on the plastic recycling process in Germany, which is started by in a separation system, where the distribution of the plastic packaging waste according to the 4 packaging categories is operated. So from here, through the separation collection stream, the plastic packaging waste was separately collected. At the sorting stage, the correct sorting in the respective sorted product. So the rest was sorted into the residue or non-polymeric sorted products. So lastly, the residue from the sorting and the mechanical recycling process will be sent to the incineration. Next on, I'm going to explain on the glass recycling process in Germany, where it started by disposing and sorted the glass into the correct colors. So this is where the green dot system will be applied. The green dot waste management partners transport the material from the bottle banks to the processing plant. So then the fragment was sieved by the size. This is where finally the glass will be granulated, will be melted and will be used to produce a new product. So that's all for the German recycling process.
The most awaited and interesting part of this presentation is the part of the rate of recycling between the countries, between the Germany, South Korea and Malaysia. So there are most hygienic, most cleanless and the higher rate of the recycle rates are won by the Germany with the 67% with the entire world and followed by the South Korea 54%. Last but not least is our Malaysia with the 28.1% with the rate of recycling among the countries. So let's begin with another part, which is the comparison between the 3 countries, which is the Germany, South Korea and Malaysia. So first of all, Germany, the recycling rate with 67%, followed by the South Korea 54% and our Malaysia with the 28.1%. So every country have their own recycle bins and Germany has the 4 types of the recyclable bins and also South Korea having their 6 recyclable bins and Malaysia have their 4 recyclable bins. Every country have their own waste system. So in Germany they are using the green dot system, whereas in the South Korea they are using the volume based disposal system and in Malaysia they are using the solid waste disposal system. So EPI, which is called Environmental Performance Index, which is measured until the entire country and Germany won the 10th place with the 77.2%, followed by the South Korea with the 28th place with the 66.5%, and last but not least is our Malaysia with the 67th place with the 47.9%. It's amazing, right?
Next, I'm going to make a comparison on the plastic and recycling process between these 3 countries. So firstly is the glass recycling process. In Germany, the glasses are split according to the color. Then this is where the green dot management appear. They will transport the bottles to the processing plant and then they will crush and check for the impurities. So the glass granulated, melted and produced for a new bottles. While in Malaysia, the glass they're being collected will be crushed, blend, melting and together with the sand and other material. So the new glasses will be sent to the main branch with the cheapest process. For an example, we can see in the shop RM2 shop, we ended up buying over the glass that being used. So while in South Korea, the selected glasses are being burned in order to gain the heat generation for the district heating or this extraction of the glass ashes used in a sidewalk blocks. Next on is on the plastic recycling process comparison between these 3 countries are, in Germany, they are applying 4 potential routes where it started from potential, collection, sorting and lastly will go to the recycling method. As for the Malaysia, they are applying 8 routes where it starts from collection, sorting, granulate, wash, dry, extrude, water coat, and lastly will be the cutting. And in the South Korea, they're only applying 3 routes, where it starts from collection, sorted, and then for recycling. And some they will be going to recycling, several for the leakage and landfilling, and some to the incineration to the produce of energy. Both 3 countries having the 3 most probably a similar method, but the usage of it are different.
So today I would like to talk about the issues that arises from the countries about the recycling. So today I would like to talk about the South Korea's issues that have arisen during the recycling in the country. So the plastic recycling in South Korea was already in the crisis. The pandemic is pushing to the brink. This was the title that ended abruptly in 2018 when the China stopped importing most plastics. The interruption was felt around the world, forcing the countries, including South Korea, to come to terms with the fact that even the most smooth recycling system will be collapsed if there no one is willing to take the plastic.
Now I'm going to explain an issues that related to the recycling that occur in Malaysia. This is where Malaysia is overflowing with waste and we are running out of option. It is known that those are who are making money by getting to pay to import of the waste to dispose of in their own country. This included Malaysia. This happens when after China step out of the business. That is where tons of waste which are reportedly to begin to channel here in Malaysia every month. According to the investigate reports by the environmental group, there are even waste those who people from developing countries who travel to the west to buy the waste, particularly e-waste. So, the Professor Agamotto also says that we do not have the capacity to deal with the sudden increase. In Malaysia, recycling is already in a very low state, and this additional waste will not be easy to handle. Now, we have come to an end of our presentation. So, in this conclusion, it can be said that the most common recycling issues that occur between these 3 countries is due to the plastic waste. The main reason is because plastic is known to be the hardest disposable item. To conclude, the highest rate of recycling among these 3 countries, the first place is going to none other than Germany, followed by South Korea and then Malaysia. Last but not least, we have attached some of the appendixes. So that's all from us. Before I end, I would like to end with the sayings. Nature does not need people. Peoples need nature. So by recycling, I believe that we will be able to protect the nature. So come on everyone, stop littering, let's recycle. So that's all from us. Thank you.